On this episode, we talk all about fake jobs.
They're all real, Rich.
Are they?
I think
Everything on the internet is real.
Yes, it is.
Atlas All Access starts now.
From Kirkham at 0450.
All right.
How are you today?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Nebraska weather never fails us.
It's April and snowing.
Yes, and then it's going to be 55 tomorrow.
Ridiculous.
Gotta love it.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like there's fake weather
Ooh.
with fake jobs on the internet.
What a great segue.
It kind of is, but no, really, Rich and I obviously always trying to come up with new topics, and we'll take new topics from everybody that's out there. But
Please.
we saw something last week on one of the Facebook boards about somebody asking why companies put out fake jobs.
Yep.
And I immediately emailed Rich and was like, hey, I think this is a great topic to kind of discuss and why this happens, for what reasons, is there any validity to it, and things like that.
So I think, and you're right, we should, in your email you said, let's take it back to the very beginning.
Yep.
Let's start at when a real job originates.
Yep.
And then go from there.
Sure.
So let's start from there.
Yep.
So real job comes in from Real Hospital in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yep. So job or hospital person in Omaha, Nebraska goes to their CNO or CEO of the hospital and says, hey, I need help on my med-surg floor.
Sure.
And so they go to the vendor or to whoever they send the job out to.
Sure.
And it gets loaded. And when that happens is we have a system here at Atlas that automatically loads that job into our system there.
Let's qualify that. There's two different ways we can get jobs. Either our contract that we sign, either our contract or one through the hospital, right?
Yep.
Direct contract, and those are loaded by a client manager.
Yep.
Or we have a system that integrates with our CRM, for lack of a better term, right? You know, our client management software, and it automatically loads that job if it's from a VMS to, like, say it comes from ShiftWise. Everybody knows ShiftWise, right? So it comes from ShiftWise, they enter it, and it feeds automatically into our CRM.
Yep.
And that opens a job.
Correct. And so then obviously I would go into Nebraska and look for Nebraska jobs, and that job would be listed on there.
Yes.
So with that being said, people that are on our website, and you can set up job notifications. If you have set in there that I want a med-surg job in Nebraska, and that job pops up, you're getting a notification.
It'll come through
right on your phone or on your email on there. So that brings up kind of the first, it could be a fake job on there. So let's say the system isn't perfect.
No.
It's never going to be perfect on there. But let's say we already have a nurse at Hospital A that is already working there. Let's say they get an extension offer.
Yes.
The same thing is going to happen. It's going to go in there. It's going to open a job so we can attach our candidate that's already working there on there. And so, yes, essentially, if you go and ask your recruiter for that exact job, it's going to be a fake posting.
It doesn't look, especially if you go back to, and let's be cautious about fake job, versus actual job that is just like a submittal or like an extension.
Correct.
Because that's how we'll pick on ShiftWise again because they're the oldest. It'll show up as a job opening, but then in the notes that we can see, it says extension for Kim Richter. Whatever.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So, and then you go through, you do your part, client manager does their part. That job
gets closed out.
It gets closed.
On there.
Yes. So I think we should be cautious about calling that a fake job. It's a real job, not in the sense that it's open, though.
Correct. But a recruiter, what happens is, and why these things get posted onto Facebook, is a recruiter that's grinding sees that job open, and they think in their head, oh, I've had candidates that are interested in an Omaha position, and they go and post that job on Facebook. and they get 2 or 3 responses of, hey, I'm interested. I'd love to come to Omaha. I'd love to come to the College World Series this summer and everything. And so by the time that they pitch the pay package and get the profile ready to send over to the client manager, it's already closed out because they've already put that person in as an extension on there.
And so to them, it seems maybe it could be a bait and switch.
It could be a bait and switch.
Right? It seems like that.
Absolutely.
So-
Very easily looked at that way.
So how about when jobs fill so quickly
Yep.
that they open and close that fast, right? I mean, that's so same scenario.
Yep.
It's let's say it's a very good bill rate. Not that Omaha bill rates are bad. I mean, they're okay.
Sure.
But it's a very good bill rate for this job this med-surg job we're talking
Yep.
about, and it feels like that.
Yep, absolutely. And the same thing could happen is a lot of times what these VMSs do is they open these positions on there. You get 20, 30 submittals on there, and they shut it down.
Yeah.
The job is essentially still open, and so it gets shut down super quick on there.
Yep.
And what can happen is a lot of times I'll get a phone call from somebody else like, hey, my other company still has this job posted.
Right.
And I look in my system and the job's gone already because ours updates, I don't know, however, every 2 hours, every 4 hours.
pretty quick, yeah,
Whatever that
right.
is. But if another company's position doesn't close down, it can absolutely look like it's still open.
Sure.
On there. So, bait and switch, job still open, job not open. It's only as good as the data.
Right.
That's on there.
Well, I think I wrote that down as we were talking about this through email yesterday, is it really is only as good as the data.
That's 100% correct. And a lot of times, like you said, is sometimes our client managers have to go in and load those jobs manually on there.
Yep.
If they get busy doing 10 other submittals for a different job and they already know that job is closed, but they don't go in there fast enough to close it down, it can linger in there for a month and still show open on our end, but essentially not be open truly on there as well.
Yep. So let's talk about, because I know this happens, and I'm not saying that we do it, because we don't. And if I find out that we've done it, then I'd be pretty angry.
Yeah, sure.
It's opening jobs where let's say hospitals always in Las Vegas always need ICU, right?
Yep.
So companies will just leave an ICU job open for Las Vegas.
Correct.
At one of the hospitals.
Summerlin.
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Not that we're saying that they do, right? Obviously, but it's let's say that happens.
Yeah, no doubt. And you can see these things, and it's more how often you're on these pages and everything. But, it seems like the hot areas, the Asheville, North Carolinas, the Seattle, Washingtons, Vegas, even some Sacramento and Modesto, California. It seems like some hotbeds for some travelers.
Yep.
You'll see the random post every once in a while. Hey, I need ICU, med-surg, NICU, PICU, all specialties needed in this location.
Yep.
I'll go look on there and I don't see a job posted.
There's nothing
And
there.
we work with most of the hospitals in those locations. You can pretty much point out where somebody is just throwing a bone out there trying to get people to bite and everything. But the fact of the matter is there could be jobs there. We don't know. Somebody could have a direct contract. Somebody could have, a better contact than us that are getting a day or two head start on those needs that could be out there.
That's very possible.
It is very hard. You can't, as a recruiter, it would not help you out in any way to call somebody out in that point in time.
Sure.
You're going to get yourself in a pretty bad position when they do have that actual open job on there.
Yeah.
So we're not saying that people do this on a regular basis. But I can tell you, I see it every once in a while where it's just like, the more vague the post is, the more, just out there of random information, start asking questions. And, that's when I tell my travelers to, hey, give me a call. Take a screenshot and send it to me. Let me go to my client manager and see what is out there, what's not out there at those locations. And that's really my best advice is when you see those things, go out and obviously ask your recruiter for some more information, the validity of the jobs. And, it's always good. Send that person that posted the picture, a private message
Sure.
of, hey, can I get more information on that and feel it out?
Yeah, it always, and it seems as you're talking, it seems like maybe that's just like a stock answer from agency or whatever. But
Yeah.
legitimately, that is what happens here. I mean, it happens all the time. Either those jobs open and close so fast, they are an extension. They, legitimately, they could have something open a couple days ahead of everybody else.
Sure.
Like those are all absolute things that could happen here.
Exactly.
And
I tell travelers, I hate calling this a game sometime, but it's a big game. And it's a game on our end, it's a game on the nurse's end, and it's trying to play fair, but life isn't fair, and there's so many things that go on behind the scenes. We could talk for days and days of that.
Oh, yeah.
And never get to the end of it. But it goes back to having a quality recruiter and a quality company that you trust and can go behind and get the information that you need to obviously get that perfect position that you're looking for.
Well, and I think that it just comes to your last point that you made is the value of working with a transparent recruiter.
Yep.
Right?
No doubt. And I have a great example of somebody the other day we work with a VMS that they take $6 to $8 off the bill rate every time we work with them. That's just part of the industry. It is what it is. And so I told one of my great nurses, I said, hey, submit with that other company or submit with that company direct on there. My pay package is going to be a couple $100 less. Obviously, I feel I have some value to give to you working for us, but $200 is $200 a week over a 13-week assignment.
Yep.
I know that's where you want to be. Go submit with them and come back. And
Sure.
if you don't have a recruiter that can do that, you're going to be hurting yourself in the end.
It's so funny you say that. Somebody brought that up and this has nothing to do with anything there except for that, that trust that you have with your recruiter. Another recruiter at another agency posted just the other day why I feel like if I send my nurses to Vegas for the conference, that it's like I'm the jealous girlfriend or something.
Sure.
Or whatever. And
Sure.
And I can kind of see that, but then I hope that's not, I know that's not how you feel.
No, it's definitely not how I feel, especially with the Vegas conference coming up in September, and everybody should take a look. I know tickets are open.
Yep.
First week of September, it's really cool. I don't see the jealousy or anything like that. They're going to meet some great people, and let's be honest, there's some great recruiters out there that don't work for us, and it's just that's the nature of this business.
Right.
But there's no reason to be jealous of that. They're going to meet great people. They're going to meet great companies, and I just hope that I'm part of of that when they come back.
Well, and I would argue, and I didn't post this on there because I don't think it's my place, but I'll say it here because we didn't mention this person's name.
Yep.
I think she's a great recruiter, and I think she should have more confidence in her abilities.
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
I mean, I absolutely think that she's very good at what she does. She has a very good reputation that will follow her there.
Yep.
It's
No
the
doubt.
flashiness and the free pans aren't going to sway
No.
her people away. I don't think at all.
No,
So
not at all.
have some confidence.
Yes.
So, great topic, man.
Great topic.
I love this.
I'm glad we tackled this one.
Yep.
If people have questions, leave some comments, or if somebody wants us to kind of elaborate some more on how the VMS systems work and those kind of things, reach out to Rich or I. We'd love to talk a little bit more about it if we can help somebody's knowledge in the industry.
Yeah, we're always looking for food for Atlas Eats too. If you've eaten somewhere good recently,
Yep.
or that's like a staple for that region, right? I'm looking for Chicago style pizza or
Yep.
New York style pizza or
Philly cheesesteak.
absolutely, yeah, like legit Italian in some city that's very heavily Italian,
Yep.
something like that. Send those pictures, take a video, send the pictures to us, and we will make it here and eat it too. I just want to eat.
Yes,
How's that?
that's great.
So, all right.
We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Have a good week.